Hi, and welcome to the Lumber City Littles training video for volunteers serving kids and babies in Lumber City Littles. We've compiled a list of essential things you need to know in order to serve our little ones. You are entering into one of the most important ministries you could ever be involved in.
In Matthew 18, Jesus tells his disciples that anyone who welcomes a little child like this on my behalf is welcoming me. When you serve little ones and their families, you are serving Jesus in an incredibly humble way. We want you to feel equipped when you come to serve so that we can keep our kids safe and you as well.
There are 3 things you need to do when you serve our Lumber City Littles. You are ready to serve, you keep kids safe, and you point to Jesus.
Number 1, you are ready to serve. Being ready to serve happens before you even arrive to volunteer. We need to know when you're available so that we can place you on the schedule. If you haven't already, go ahead and download the Planning Center Services app to your phone. There is another special video we'll share with you that explains how to set up login details. But don't worry, we will help you understand how to use it.
You will be able to use Planning Center to block out Sundays you know you are unavailable. Try to block out dates as much in advance as possible so that we can create a schedule that works for everyone. When you are scheduled, you will receive a notification and an email letting you know the date where you are serving. Make sure you confirm right away so that we know you will be coming to serve. If volunteers are on the schedule but don't show up, we will have to close the area down. It only works if everyone commits and follows through.
With that being said, it's important to note that as a Littles volunteer, we are not looking for you to only come to church when you are scheduled to serve. We want to see you here in attending service other times and other weeks as well.
Being ready to serve means arriving on time. Volunteers should arrive by 9:30 to get settled, get their name tag on, check the area, and be ready when families check in at 9:45. They should also remain in that area until every child is checked out.
Being ready to serve also means keeping the area you are in clean. We know how messy kids can be, but we want to try to pick up as we go and make sure all the toys are sanitized and put away at the end of the service.
And lastly, being ready to serve means helping wherever there is a need. You may be scheduled to serve in one area on a Sunday, but we may have you jump in and help in another area. Be flexible and willing to serve wherever the greatest need is. The second thing to remember is keep kids safe. You know at this point that there are several steps involved when it comes to serving with children and babies. That's because we value their safety at a high level. You have had to fill out an application, receive a background check, and approval by our Children's Ministry Task Force. Anyone who has not walked through those steps cannot enter the children's or littles area.
That's where the check-in and check-out process becomes vitally important. When families come, they will go to the check-in station and print out a tag for each child being placed in the littles area. The first few times you serve, we will help you get acquainted with the check-in station so you can assist new families as needed. The parent will have a tag that will match the numbers on each child's name tag. When the service is over, parents must present the matching tag in order to check out their child. We cannot release children without the matching tag, even if we know the family.
During your time in the littles area, make sure you always have eyes on the children in your care. This means putting away your phone. You should also keep hot drinks out of the area. When you volunteer, make sure that the kids are your priority.
In this season, we must follow certain safety procedures to help mitigate any spread of sickness. You should be healthy enough to serve around others. You will receive an email with a health questionnaire the day before you are scheduled to serve. Make sure you fill that out so that we can verify that you are symptom-free and have not had any exposure or recent positive COVID test.
Come wearing your mask properly to respect those around you. You won't always be able to maintain 6 feet distance from kids or other volunteers, so it's important that you wear your mask right the whole time. We will have hand sanitizer readily available so that you can keep your hands clean as well.
In compliance with New York State guidelines, we will require that children ages 2 and up wear a mask in order to be checked in. We all know how difficult it will be for 2-year-olds to keep a mask on. We can do our best by teaching kids how to wear them. It's not going to be perfect, but we will do what we can to help teach them how to wear it.
Each area will have a cleaning kit available so that you can keep surfaces clean throughout the service. Do your best to wipe down frequently used items and surfaces, especially at the end of service when everyone is checked out.
Snack time is another area we have to exercise wisdom. We have provided gluten-free snacks for the kids in the preschool area during their lesson. They will each sit in a designated spot to eat. The babies and toddlers in the other section will also need to sit either at a table or in a high chair to eat their snack. The bottom line is that no child is permitted to walk around with their snack. Again, this is something we help the little ones learn to do. It's not going to be perfect. Make sure to clean up any fallen food on the floor, and please avoid bringing any snacks of your own to offer to the kids.
One of the most important policies we have in place when it comes to working with little ones is that no volunteer is allowed to be alone in a room with a child. This is why we always have multiple volunteers present. This is for the child's protection as well as your own.
What happens when a baby needs a diaper change or a child needs to use the bathroom? Volunteers do not change any diapers or take children to the restroom that are not their own. We simply go and retrieve the child's parent from the service to allow them to come and take care of their child. If you are unsure who the parent is, you can signal a leader who will go and find them.
What happens if a child cries uncontrollably? This is not uncommon. At first, try to do what you can to redirect or comfort the child. If he or she cannot be consoled, let a leader know and they can retrieve the child's parent. There's no way to cover every scenario, but if you find yourself in a situation where you are unsure how to handle it, don't hesitate to find a leader and ask. You are not alone.
Finally, the third thing we do as little volunteers is point each other to Jesus. We challenge you to get to know the people you are serving with. This is an amazing opportunity to have conversations with new people and build relationships. Get to know each other and get to know the kids. As you share what God is teaching you or doing in your life, pray together as you're holding babies and playing with kids.
Participate in lesson time. These little ones are watching you. When there is a song on, sing and do the motions, say the Bible verse, and interact with the teaching. You'll be amazed at what their little hearts and minds can comprehend. Don't sit back and watch the kids. Take an active role in showing them who Jesus is. Use every opportunity to help kids grow. Maybe two kids are fighting over a toy. That's an opportunity to teach how to share and take turns. Maybe someone mistreated someone else. That's an opportunity to help them say, "I'm sorry," and to forgive each other. Take every chance you get.
Thank you so much for joining this team and serving families by giving your time, energy, and love to these little ones. I pray that God fills your heart to overflow with love for them as you continue to serve. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact the Littles team by emailing bethany@lumbercitychurch.com.